folks, on the right hand side we have of the Broadwater. On the other side of the channel we have the suburb of Labrador, and if you look to the very far northwest in that direction, you'll see about 5 or 6 high-rise buildings in the distance. That is the area of Runaway Bay, Hope Island, Paradise Point, and a bit further on to Sanctuary Cove. And for those who haven't been to Sanctuary Cove, and you're not doing anything over the next few days, certainly a great trip, folks. It's only about 20 minutes up the freeway, and well worth checking out the beautiful marina, having some lunch there, a bottle of vino, kicking back and enjoying being surrounded by the multi-million-dollar motor launches at the beautiful Sanctuary Cove marina. Apart from dolphins in these tours, folks, we get quite a lot of dugongs. That's right, in fact between 600 to 900 dugongs in the southern Bay waterways. The reason we get so many is because of the shallow waters of the Broadwater and the seagrass that grows on the bottom. Each one of these underwater vacuum cleaners, well, they consume about 40 kilos of seagrass every day. The ducks do well. I tell you what, you can spot them. They can hold their breath for about 20 minutes, folks, and once they come up to the surface to take a breath, that's when you can spot them. So keep your eyes peeled. You never know, you might see a dolphin or a dugong. Also, we have quite a lot of stingrays in these waterways, and the odd bull shark as well. On the left-hand side, folks, you can see obviously one of Australia's most popular theme park precincts, and as Rhonda pointed out on the road, we have SeaWorld, and you can always tell SeaWorld from the water because of the two big roller coasters, those big monolithic structures there. The one on the left is the Blue Storm, to have a look down on the sharks. But if you do so, don't slip in, otherwise you will be shark bait in no time. We have the SeaWorld Whale Watcher on the left-hand side, folks. They're heading out now, and if you haven't yet been out to the Humpback Highway outside, it's certainly well worth the trip because the beautiful whales, they're coming back with their young from the warmer waters in the north, and certainly great spot to go and check them out on the SeaWorld Whale Watcher, folks. A bit further up here is the Hoppo Ferry, and as the name suggests, you hop on and you hop off. Tell you what, great spot to pick them up from. The Hoppo Ferry is the back of Surfers Paradise on the riverfront, and they take you around to the Hotter Complex, the home of the arts, around to the Broadwater Parklands near Southport, and then across to the Marina Barrage up into SeaWorld, folks, which is where they're heading right now. And then we have the SeaWorld Whale Watcher, folks. They're probably going in to fuel up rather than heading out. We'll give them a quack. Or they might be going into some maintenance, one or the other, folks. You could always go in and have a cup of coffee at the Palazzo Cafe. That's only going to cost you $10 for a cappuccino. So not bad, is it? $10 for a coffee. Don't worry, the sugar's included, folks, so makes all the difference. But a beautiful establishment, and just past there we have all of those white sails on the roof of that building. You would be forgiven thinking it was an Indian reservation, wouldn't you, with all those white sails? But no, it's the Marina Mirage, folks. 5-star shopping all the way. Labels like Giorgio Armani, Versace and Hugo Boss, just to make a few there. And of course, we have a great selection of cafes, restaurants, art galleries, homeware stores and jewellery shops at the Marina Mirage. On the right-hand side, we have the Central Business District of the Gold Coast, folks. Yep, the CBD. Not a big CBD because primarily we are a tourism hub. And right in the middle of it is the Australia Fair Complex, folks. That's a white multi-tiered building you can see there with the Australia Fair name on the top. The bottom 3 levels have 230 shops. In fact, the highest concentration of shops over the 4 big shopping centres on the Gold Coast. And the other 3, for those who don't know, is Pacific Fair in the south. We have Harbour Town in the north, where all the discount outlet stores are, and as well we have the Ravenna Town Centre. And as the Whale Watcher from SeaWorld turns into the Marina Berth there, folks, just behind it we have heli tours, as I mentioned earlier when I pointed out the helicopter going in for a landing. That's where you pick it up if you want to go up on the chopper. Certainly pick up a beautiful 5-minute heli tour. Now, folks, we have quite a few. Oh, there it is. It's just taking off now, folks, behind the SeaWorld Whale Watcher. Get your cameras ready. That'll make a nice photo, wouldn't it? As it's going up. That's going to hit up on top of the duck. We'll give them a quack. I'm sure they can hear us. So folks, we have quite a selection of souvenirs on board the Quack Duck in case you want to pick up a memento of your journey with us today. Also, we, I don't know, maybe you have a few friends or relatives back home, you want to take home a few presents, well, we can certainly look after you with that. We take cash, credit card, we also have an aircraft machine on board, and it all starts off with the Quack Duck Whistles at $6. Yes, that's right, folks. Duck season is officially open. We also have stubby holders at $8 to keep the drinks nice and cool on a warm day like today. Hats and visors are great at $15, and they're great to keep the sun off the top of the head. Also, the sun hat at $8 to protect the entire back of the neck. Coming up on the left-hand side, folks, we have the beautiful Southport Yacht Club. What a fantastic arena that one is. I tell you what, if you haven't been over there, lunch, do yourself a favour and go over and enjoy some seafood at the back deck overlooking the Broadwater. But they must be doing something right because they've just celebrated their 80th and very prestigious suburb indeed. Prices start about 1.5 million and go up from there. And well, I tell you what, it's a nice spot over there. They certainly enjoy nice views across the beachfront ocean on the northeastern side and over on the western side across the Broadwater. Milliken Beach in the foreground, certainly a great spot for fishing. If we have any fishing enthusiasts on board, certainly pretty much guaranteed to catch a feed of fish anywhere along the Sandspring. Right up to the bridge, always guaranteed to catch some fish. Or if you have kids and you just want to throw in a line, have a bit of fun with the kids, it's certainly a good spot. Right-hand window very shortly, you'll see a tall black pole that's protruding up above the tree line, just above the sand there, folks. And right up the top is the beautiful osprey eagle nest. And I tell you what, they've recently had a new family enter into the world, and that looks like Mum sitting there on the left-hand side, and the family's up in the middle. Dad's probably out doing a spot of fishing. He's normally on the T-piece at the top. But the beautiful ospreys, they've been residents of the Southport area for quite a long time, many years in fact. They get looked after by the Southport Council, and they get free rent indeed. And the prices of rent these days, well, I think they're doing very well. The beautiful osprey, they're a gorgeous bird. Now, folks, we're just about to go under the Gold Coast Highway Bridge and into the Nerang River. So just a tip before we go under, folks, don't forget to duck. We don't want anyone losing their head now. On the left-hand side, folks, we have the beautiful skyline of obviously Surfers Paradise, but for those who don't know, we have the big tall building with the spike on the top, and that is the Q1, folks. And the Q1 has currently, well, that has 78 levels, the tallest on the Gold Coast. But not for too much longer, because Mr. Harry Triggerboff, the founder of Meriton, he's got other ideas, folks, and he's currently constructing the new tallest building or skyscraper in all of Queensland. That's going to be 90 levels, well surpassing the Q1. It's going to take quite a few years for that to be SeaWorld for a bit of a sightseeing tour. We'll give them a quack. Also coming up on the right-hand side, a little bit further up, folks, we have the beautiful homes of what we call Southport Park. Now, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of gorgeous homes over there, some of them worth $25, $30, $35, $40 million. Some of them have 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and 8-car garages. I'd say a lot of, probably most of them would. Bill Barry Collie lives over there. He's the original founder of Riviera Boats in the 70s. The current owner of Maritima and the Gold Coast, and all these little moths, I think they are, these little sailing vessels on the right hand side, These are the kids from the private Anglican school. You can see up a bit further on the right-hand side of the river. Great spot for kids growing up, going to school and enjoying the sporting activities that a lot of kids don't get the privilege to experience, not being on the river. And these homes directly on the right-hand side here are the beautiful homes of what we call Paradise Waters, the white one, a Hampton-style home with the 3 palm trees. That one used to be owned by Nicole Kidman, recently sold for $19.3 million. Just a bit of pocket change. And switching back to the left-hand side, folks, we have the rather large, round, elongated building of the Rivage Royale. And well, back when that was being developed, the owner developers were very concerned about evil spirits. So they thought to themselves, well, what we'll do is we'll put that sky garden in about 8 levels from the waterline. Apparently it was to keep away those nasty evil spirits. I'm not sure if it works, folks, but what they did is they actually gave up $11.5 million worth of real estate value just to keep them out. So go figure. A lot of celebrities have stayed in that building over the years, like the Kylie Minogue. She had the penthouse at the top 2 levels for many years. Now folks, just a heads up, we're going to be exiting the boat ramp up here very soon indeed, and what I'd like to do is ask everybody to please remain seated upon exit. Hold on to something nice and tight. It does get a little bit bumpy. And the good news is, folks, you do not have to fasten your seatbelts upon the exit. So how good's that? Well, it looks like we're safely back on dry land, folks, as the duck waddles up the ramp with about 20 people on its back. I hope you enjoyed your time on the water today, folks, as we did, and we'll be heading back to Surfers Paradise, no doubt. This time we'll be checking out the Cafe Latte Society of Main Beach. So keep back, relax, enjoy the rest of your tour as Rhonda resumes the commentary. Thank you.